Hi everybody, I am your ever-loving Cbse welcoming you all to this wonderful physics class. Hi dear students, in this class we are going to study about the advantages of parallel circuiting in household wiring. Let us enter into the class. So parallel circuiting. So what is parallel circuit? It is nothing but connecting all the appliances parallel to each other in an electric circuit. Very simple, we can draw a very simple parallel circuit diagram for a better understanding. Let me take an electrical appliance over here. For example, an iron box which is connected over here, and parallel to that another bulb is connected. So and another fridge, washing machine, whatever it is connected. Let us keep like this. So here three appliances are connected parallel to each other, and the power supply is given to this circuit. And when the circuit is closed, now the circuit is closed, and I am giving, let us consider this as the household wiring, and I am giving a voltage supply of some 220 volt supply, which is quite common for household wiring. The voltage supplied to the houses is 220 to 230 volt. Let us now consider a fact here. That means the current I will be flowing over here, and when it comes to this junction, it passes over here as I1, and it splits over here as I2, and it splits over here as I3. But the voltage for the whole circuit remains the same. That means, so here also 220 volt passes, here also 220 volt passes, and here also 220 volt passes. The voltage supplied to all the appliances are quite common, whereas the current whatever is produced here will be splitting into the different current values according to the appliances whatever is kept over here, and each appliance will have its own resistance. According to that, it will draw the wanted amount of current. So let us now take this resistance of this wire as R1, and resistance of this bulb as R2, and the resistance of this iron box as R3. So here in this circuit, it is clearly understood that we can take here the voltage remaining the same, and the current I is splitting into 3. So what we can write over here is I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, whereas the voltage to the circuit remains same. So it remains same, but the current value is splitting. We can apply Ohm's law here. Applying Ohm's law, we will get the formula V is equal to IR and I is equal to V by R. So instead of I am putting V by R, and instead of this I1 I am putting V by R1, and for this I2 I am putting V by R2, and for this I3 I am putting V by R3. The reason is here voltage remains same. So I cannot put V1, V2, V3, where the voltage is remaining the same for all the three resistors, whatever is kept. So V by R is equal to, if I take V common, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R. So we will get cancelled. Therefore, what we will get is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And if we find the effective resistance of the circuit, that is Rp, if we find the Rp value from the reciprocal value, if we are taking the calculating the Rp value for the circuit, then we will find that Rp will be less than R1 and Rp will be less than R2 and the Rp will be less than R3. That means the effective resistance of the parallel circuit decreases. Effective resistance of parallel circuit decreases. First point. The second point, because of the decreased effective resistance, the current flow will increase in the circuit. So, increases the current flow. Increases the current flow. Now, the current flow will increase in the circuit. And another major advantage of using a parallel circuit in household wiring is that we can keep some individual switches over here. Here also we can keep individual switches. The third point is individual switches can be kept. So we can keep individual switches for the circuit. And another advantage is if one appliance fails, the others will work. That means in case of the failure of this circuit, only the iron box will not work, whereas the bulb and the fridge will be working. So that is another advantage of using a parallel circuiting. So the point what you should grab from this theoretical aspect is this: in parallel circuiting, all the appliances, whatever is connected, are connected parallel to each other, which is most commonly used in household wiring. So in houses, when we are doing the wiring, like this only we are doing household wiring. For household wiring purpose, this parallel circuit is made. So that the point is, we are giving the same voltage to all the appliances, whatever it may be, we are using. The same voltage will pass through the tube light, the same voltage will pass through the fridge, the same voltage will pass through any bulbs, whatever we kept in each rooms, and the same voltage will pass through the iron box or whatever, any appliance you use in parallel circuiting. If voltage remains the same, then what will happen to the current is, the current splits into I1, I2 and I3 according to the resistance of the circuit. That means whichever resistance or whichever appliance is having less resistance will accept more current out of this. Whichever is having less resistance will get more current. Here in this case, this iron box will have the high resistance capacity. When it resists more, it gets heated more. Okay. So this is all about the parallel circuit, and the application of parallel circuiting we will see in the next class. Thank you for watching.